In the rapidly evolving world of legal marijuana, 2018 is set to be one for the history books in Ohio. In less than 10 months, some of Ohio's sickest residents should be able to use state-issued identification cards to shop at a local dispensary for a medical marijuana product. But some hurdles still stand in the way. If there is a bottom line question here, it is, will medical marijuana flourish or fail in 2018? And here to answer that question is Lisa Bernard-Kuhn. Lisa, you wrote a whole article about this for WCPO.com.
That's right.
September is our deadline as far as when people should be able to walk into a dispensary and fill a prescription, correct?
That's right. But in order to get there, we know that the medical marijuana in Ohio still has to be grown. That's about a 14-week process. Then it has to be processed into an allowable form of medication. It's going to be illegal to smoke medical marijuana in Ohio. So we're talking about turning this drug into things like edibles, something that you can vape, a tincture that you could rub onto your skin. That takes an enormous amount of time. And before it can hit a store shelf, or a dispensary shelf rather, it has to be tested. So we're talking about just an enormous amount of work to actually get to that point where somebody can walk in with their recommendation and purchase medical marijuana.
People at home might be wondering, they've already had a year to work on this, so what still has to be done? What have they been doing?
Yeah, Ohio built into this law a 2-year rollout. So the first year was spent building out all the regulations that are really guiding the industry. And now the businesses that are winning licenses to operate in Ohio are really putting their business plans to work. And that's the process we're going to see unfolding over the next 9 months here until we get to September 2018.
If there is not product in the dispensaries, would people be able to go over state line to fill a prescription?
I think, experts will tell you that the law will ultimately uphold their right to use medical marijuana in Ohio. However, they still could be taken to court. Ultimately, they would be allowed to use it, but they might face a court process. They might face some court fees. So really,
because it's not legal everywhere.
That's right, not legal everywhere. There's a lot of questions still to be answered until we get to September.
Are growers growing already?
We're told that they are, but again, this is a very lengthy process. Some of them already had facilities that they could start their plants. Some of them are still building those facilities. So some will be a little ahead of the game. Some will be playing catch up until you get to September.
I'm going to round back to the top of the interview. We asked, flourish or fail. Do they really have the option to fail? This is law.
It doesn't feel like they do, right? At the end of the day, this is about creating access to those who are eligible to use medical marijuana. And Ohio law says by September of 2018 that access should be available to them. So it's a wait and see game at this point.
So we are racing toward the deadline.
That's
is
right.
What we're doing. And if you'd like to read more about medical marijuana and the September deadline, all you have to do is go to WCPO.com. Lisa Bernard-Kuhn, thanks for joining us.